Hey, I'm Patrick.
Hey, I'm James.
And this is
Two guys, one cup.
We're here to talk about East versus West 9. And then, James, you know a bit about what happened in New Orleans. I don't really know. So.
Oh, what do we want to talk about first, Orleans?
Oh, no, we're talking about East versus West 9.
All right.
Which was awesome. I got to pull up the matches. Because I saw all of them, but I don't remember all of them. But yeah, it was fucking awesome. Well, the West finally prevailed. So it was nice to see that they kind of kicked everyone's ass.
Oh, dude.
What's up?
My phone didn't save, like, my private porno thing, so I gotta find all those all
Dude,
over.
we're taping.
I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Alright, so what we're looking for here is the matches, which I'm not finding.
Could you just go on East versus West?
Yeah, I'm trying to. We're not really put together. Sorry, guys.
Right there, East versus West results.
No, it keeps saying East versus West results, but then it's not giving the right ones to me. So here we go.
All events.
So all matches. So some of these matches were just insane, but I think the first one. Yeah, the first one was Dustin Hyatt versus Thomas Maggie. And I don't know, I don't know this Thomas guy, but he kicked ass. Dustin Hyatt is a beast. And to have this Thomas guy just roll right through him, he just didn't let him get anything. He just top rolled right through him. Did you watch that one?
Yeah, well,
he couldn't hook him. Hyatt's a hooker, and if he can't get in the hook, there's no chance. The one that really surprised me is I've seen Kyle Hutchison pull, the Irish guy, and I've never seen Grundy pull. And Grundy fucking smoked him. It was like, holy smokes. I didn't know Grundy was that good.
Grundy reminded me a lot of Isaiah for that.
Yeah.
Every time.
But he was intense.
Yeah.
He had a lot of intensity. Brad Grundy's I've watched him practice because I think he practiced with the high hookers, but I think he's out of... where did he...
Ottawa?
Yeah, he was in Ottawa, but there's the other group that he started with.
Oh, is that the monkey ones?
No, those are table monkeys. It starts with a P, but I can't remember. Anyway, we're not really put together right now. I woke up like 30 minutes ago. So, Derek Smith versus Abdul Vond. Mahid. I didn't know this. I've seen the Mahid guy a little bit. He's a freaking East Polar. The guy's a monster. But watching Derek Smith pull with that intensity was awesome to see. It was good to see him get a win. What did you think of that one?
I was scared. I thought Derek was going to get beat by fouls.
I thought Derek was going to get beat by fouls.
Fouls were the biggest problem in East versus West.
Well, the big guys, the pads they're regulation pads. They're not like over. Well, they're a centimeter larger than these pads.
Yeah.
But the big guys roll off the back of them all the time. So.
Well, you should learn from that. You know what I mean? If you know what's going to happen every time you get back and you start rolling off.
Right. You get excited and you blow your load, and next thing you know, you're off the pad.
What, did you hear what Devin said to him?
No.
He said, calm the fuck down. He goes, the guy doesn't know what he's doing. He's like, just do you and be patient. He's like, get control. He's like, and just finish him.
And he did.
Yeah,
he did.
Exactly
he got
that.
control and he slowly finished him. That was.
Oh, can we also bring up the fact that John Brezink was one of the commenters?
I know. I didn't realize it at first.
I knew
who's
it.
That guy talking. I was like, oh, it's Brezink. So it was cool. That was cool to watch. Arthur Moratov versus Adam Warinsky. Now this one surprised me because I thought that Arthur Moratov was gonna actually smoke Warinsky, but it just didn't happen because Moratov is like fought back and forth with Engen during the days. Like he's really, really good. It just made me think very highly of Warinsky. Even though he lost his last match,
he also pulled a guy that no one knew about. So
Moratov?
No, Adam.
Oh, when he pulled Bacho. Yeah.
He pulled a no-namer.
He pulled a no-namer Georgian that's a Schneider Feely. Like,
he got screwed, but I respect the fact that he just pulled the guy with no information on. But, yeah, Adam had that lane. He just cupped it, and that was
Adam had some good matches in the U.S. before he went out there as well.
I think that loss made him hungry.
It did, yeah. I think so, too. And he just sat there and waited. He let him burn out, and then he just pulled him through. It was pretty awesome. In these other, I like Georgie, but it was Ferret and Georgie. Georgie is every time I can't remember how big he is every time he walks up to that table. Like I just remember the first East versus West when he pulled Morozov, and he gave him a run for his money. And then he comes up, so I thought he was going to win this, and it kind of went exactly how I thought it would. Ferret used to have a mean hook, and no longer does. Obviously, he was kept trying to top roll. He just kept getting burned. But what did you think of that match?
I was excited to see what would happen, and then once I see the way Georgie had the control with the hook and Ferret's top roll contained it, I was like, it's kind of a one-sided battle. But
yeah,
Georgie looked dominant and like exactly what a Russian should look like.
Right. Yep. The next one was David and Ivan. Oh man, I don't know his last name, but I didn't know this Ivan guy. David is one of the Georgian teammates. So to watch him get smoked that hard was very surprising.
Yeah, but Ivan, I did a little bit of research on this guy.
Yeah.
And he is known pound for pound the best hooker ever.
Oh no shit. Yeah, I didn't know.
And he had it pulled. He was absent for a whole year, and he wasn't sure how he was going to hold up or how he would do.
Yeah, he looked pretty good.
Did you see that? That was just like a dad playing with his son. And no disrespect to David, he's a beast, but the way Ivan looked that day is...
He just went right through him. There was no stopping him. So, tacked the pronator right through him. Irakli versus Daddy Khan. So, that kind of went how I thought it would.
I didn't. I really thought Irakli was going to be able to top roll through him. But Daddy Khan daddied him.
He's not as good right hand, but I just, watching what Toddzilla did to Irakli, I thought it turned out exactly the way it should have. Because I would like to see David against Toddzilla. That would be a fucking banger match.
Well, they're saying the next match for Toddzilla is probably going to be Ungarbayev for the championship.
Really? Yeah. Well, that would be cool to see. That's a tough match. It's a guy with a lot of tools. So, David Samushia, who was holding the welterweight title, versus Vala Ichikadi. I think I got that right. I'm pretty close. I may have got it.
But, dude, so...
The first round was
Well,
crazy.
David, before that, even at the press conference, said he was very nervous about this kid. He goes, he's very good, and he has a high probability of beating me. And if you watch the first couple rounds, that guy was can opening David.
Yeah.
Fuck,
it was crazy.
Pat! Broke his wrist right open. I was like, ooh.
It was a 3-1 win for David, but when he just burned him in that first round, I thought it was over. I thought it was actually over, but that was in my opinion one of the best hook matches I've seen in a long time.
Oh yeah,
because they sat in there and they just sat and they just, you could see there was movement of hands, there was switching of lanes. It was actually absolutely bonkers.
And give Vala his credit. It's just what do you call that? His first time pulling on East versus West.
Yeah.
His debut for a fucking championship at 25 years old. That's
right. He's gonna be so good.
20-inch arms, dude. Fuck that guy.
Oh, he was massive. Then we've got Paul Lin versus Ruslan Babayev. I didn't know how this was going to turn out. I was hoping that Paul Lin would win. Paul Lin's just looked massive. When he came to East versus West 8, I was like, holy shit. I didn't know how he was going to make weight. But what'd you think?
I thought Paul Lin was going to win this one.
In a 3-0 fat. Well, yeah, that's right. We had talked about that. I didn't think it was going to be 3-0. I thought Ruslan would have a chance because both those Babayev boys are badass.
Well, if you watch YouTube, a lot of guys have been talking about Paul Lin's training and like he's really doubling down on it.
Yeah. I think he's gone a bit away from the power and bodybuilding and really stuck hard right on the arm wrestling. Probably the most surprising, well, maybe not the most surprising, the left arm match between Evgeny Prudnik and David Daddy Khan. So that was awesome.
What was the score on that one? Was it 1-3?
It was 3-2.
3-2? Oh, okay.
Because Daddy Khan smoked him in the first two, and then Prudnik got him into the defensive hook and just burned him. And man, fucking Prudnik's so good. So good. Devin made him look not as good as he really is. But I mean, Prudnick was beating everybody before Devin, and Devin just did his "I get into your head" thing and really just kind of goaded him on. But
Yeah, he got into Evgeny's head, didn't wear a condom, got dirty.
But Prudnick's been in there with Ungerbayev, and I think Ungerbayev won that match. But it was like 3-2. It was 4-2 or something. But I mean, I've seen Prudnick give Ungerbayev a run for his money, and that guy's an absolute animal. So a lot of guys are going for WAF Worlds, I think, at this point. So I think we were missing some of the big guys just because of that. But once these guys stood against each other, Todd Hutchins and you say it. Ibrahim Sagov. So
that motherfucker is a tree.
He's a big dude.
Did you read the specs on that? Dude had a 21-inch iron. What a piece of shit. Man. And he's tall. Do you know how hard it is to get 21-inch irons?
And he's a presser. He's a press. Like, to get pulled out of the press like that, you have to be really, really, really strong, because he was set in his press twice. Deep.
I don't know. The first round, if Todd didn't get that fucking elbow foul off the front, that guy would have mauled him.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I think Todd had more endurance.
He did have more endurance, but if you watch that dude, he was set up, wham. The only thing that saved him was he came off the pad.
Yeah.
And I love Todd.
Well, no, he pulled him off the pad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Todd was going to win that match.
No way.
Oh, absolutely.
Not for round one. Round one.
Todd was they were in the hook, and he was pulling him back.
No, he wasn't. Watch it again. It was a fucking flash spin, and he pulled him off the front. First round. First real round.
Oh, I guess I don't remember that.
Watch that.
I thought you were talking when he was pulling him back.
No. Todd did get inside and just pulled him right out of his shoulder, which was insane.
I was trying to watch
But the first one, dude, he was loaded up and snapped him. But the only thing that fucked him was he pulled him off the elbow.
Right. I tried watching a couple of matches when I was working, but I work every Saturday. I couldn't. We were too busy. So.
Yeah. But no, it was a badass match, and Todd Hutchins was a beast.
Awesome. Vitaly Laletin and Rivas Latudes.
I was so pumped for this match too.
I was, but I had a funny. Vitaly's looked so much better ever since that Dave Chafee match. And that was a weird match. It was a weird matchup. So I think Vitaly's way better than he looked against Dave.
Well, and you look how Rivas smashed Dave.
Yeah.
So I was really curious, wow, if Rivas smashed Dave and Dave put up a wicked fight against Vitaly, I was really...
Yeah. It was also Vitaly's first super match since... I think was that his first super match since he had pulled in...
Top 8?
Top 8.
Probably.
I think so. Since like 19. And I think he had... That's when he pulled the Vaughn, right? Yeah.
But... Rivas, whatever the fuck his name is. In the first round, I thought it was going to be all over for Vitaly because he had the cup over Vitaly's hand, and Vitaly had his wrist dumped. He was just hanging on for dear life.
But that's how he pulls. He pulls a low hand top.
Mm-hmm. But fair enough. But I figured that was going to burn him, but somehow it burned Rivas.
Yeah. By the time they went in that second round, it was like all over.
No. Controversial hot topic. If they would have gotten into a fist fight right there, who wins, Rivas or the Russian? I got my money on the tall Russian.
I don't know. Rivas was looking big.
You think? Vitaly was heavy.
Vitaly's got the reach. So.
Vitaly weighed 302 pounds that day.
Holy shit, man. He's gained some weight. Let's say he used to pull in like 115 kilos.
Yeah, what a piece of shit.
I don't know. What? Stop calling people pieces of shit. And then the final one, probably the most surprising one of all, because that was nuts. Hermes Gasparini and Devin Lair. Which if you don't know what happened, you're fucking crazy. So
you should have bought the pay-per-view.
You should have bought the pay-per-view.
Support the sport, you pieces of shit.
And if you haven't bought the pay-per-view, buy it because it was so good. It's $17. Like,
don't wait 3 weeks.
Ask me for the money. I'll buy it for you.
I won't pay for it. I'm not paying for shit.
I'll pay for one.
I'll pay for it.
But yeah, that was nuts. Devin definitely got into his head, and in the second round, Hermes looked way stronger and blew his hand back, but I don't know. I just think Devin was playing at that point, and yeah. So I knew, like, mind-wise, he had him.
Dude, I knew in the beginning, the minute they didn't get to a clean setup and Devin kept fucking and then fucking around. And then when he
In
got
the strap?
not even in the strap. The minute they got to the table, Devin grabbed his hand and kept just twisting it.
Yeah.
Playing with it, went to set. And then finally the ref said ref script, and that's when Devin started playing serious.
But Devin wanted the rest script.
Yeah.
Every time. Like it was I've never seen him want the rest script so much.
And then when Hermes was getting yelled at by the refs and Devin, Hermes was just getting frustrated.
Yeah.
So he got mentally beat.
he totally got told he was a whiner by a ref.
Shut up and arm wrestle.
He shut up and arm wrestle, you whiner.
Yeah.
Or stop whining and arm wrestle, he said.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god. But that was
So,
awesome. So
I
that
think
was the
Hermes, now that he's pulled Devin once, I think the rematch, Hermes would win.
cards. Yeah. What do we got coming up next for matches? We've got King of the Table, which is going to have
I have no idea.
4 matches.
Who's in the King of the Table?
And I got Core Sports.
It's King of the Table 8, right?
It's King of the Table.
8.
I don't know.
It's 8.
I'll believe you.
Because I think it's one behind.
But it's the one where John's going to pull in. So
John's pulling again?
John is pulling again. No, they don't have it here. So it's King of Table.
Oh, yeah, it's John versus fucking the guy that beat him. Alexei?
Alexei Vovoda.
Who else is going to be in it?
It's I don't know. There's 4 matches, and I don't think they've said all of them. Dates confirmed.
I want to know where Alex Kardechik
I
is
think
in.
Vovoda is the only, and John are the only ones who are actually confirmed in that. Yeah, I don't know.
All right, well, so that'll be cool to see.
I'm excited to see. I mean, Vovoda looks massive, absolutely freaking massive. So I've been watching him train, and he's training over there with Davi. He's training over there with Denis Saplinkov. So he's training with all the Russians. It's, yeah, I don't know. That's a scary one. But I can't
I hope John wins, but I don't know how it's going to go.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, the good news is I did get to see a bunch of stuff. Looks like Bird won overalls in Orleans.
So you didn't bring up what the next thing.
What? I don't have to.
So you talk about Orleans?
Yeah, we'll talk about Orleans.
Okay.
I mean, I'll say what I know, but James probably knows way more of where the other people in our group finished. So all I know is Bird finished first in both hands in his weight class, and then he finished first overall, which was freaking
Overall,
badass.
left and right.
Left and right.
And by the way, he's a 0 to 154 pound puller.
See, yes.
What?
You weren't there last week. They kind of keep putting him in the class. I think he's a little heavier.
You think he's heavier now?
I know he's heavier now. They keep putting him in the class. They're not really. So Bird says it's backyard arm wrestling in Vermont. Sometimes they don't weigh the guys in. Look at Garrett. He's definitely bigger than 154.
I think Garrett weight cuts. I think he'd water cut. And then
I
just
don't think
blew
he
it up.
hits 154. But
I think they could.
no,
do
I
it.
think Bird's hitting 154 is just.
I mean, that's like Eric Fisk
He's
hitting
bigger
154.
now.
I don't think that ever happened.
I agree, but I think it's great. I love what they do. I love when Jay puts that shit on Bohannon's and the Gravel Productions. I don't know. I think those guys are putting on all this shit for us, and they're doing a great job. All these fairs, the Legacy, which is coming up. So, but how did everybody else finish in Orleans? I don't even know who went.
I don't even know. I don't
I
understand.
feel like Bird's the only one who went.
On our team, yeah. Out of the Borderline Arms team, I think Burdock was the only guy to go.
And he goes and cleans up.
Yeah, he just cleaned the place up.
There must not be a whole lot of guys pulling in that, 200.
From what I heard, there was 300 people there, and Bird beat them all.
Holy smokes!
I don't think it's true at all.
300 people.
It was probably like 50 people, but I think 300
Who
sounds
said
later.
300?
I did.
All right, so we want to bring up Legacy. We finally have a date for the Legacy Trophy. It's going to be October 14th. Which me and this big head guy got to pull first round. So
I still think we could finagle a way to either you pull Garrett or I pull Garrett, and you pull Richard Clark or I pull Richard Clark.
I don't think so.
I think it'd be more interesting.
I would be more interesting. I agree. It would be. Because pulling teammates is just, it just kind of sucks to do it in the first round, but it is what it is. I'm not going to argue with the way they're doing it, the way they set it up. It's fun. I have a blast. I had, having the good showing that I did last time was awesome. I think I was trying to weight cut down to a lower weight because I guess they're going to split up the classes for the legacy trophies, and they're going to do 3 shields instead of 1.
Yeah.
So I was trying to hit that lower weight class, but man, I'm just looking in the video, I'm a little bit bigger than I've been, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit that weight. So
I don't care what happens, if I win or lose against Pat, but I do know, hypothetically, I lose against Pat, I'll just go back to the tournament, win again, and then I gotta beat Carson come January, and which, mad respect to the kid, he's really strong. I got another.
What do you mean, Carson? You got a super match against him?
Yeah, we got a kind of.
Oh, I didn't even know.
I
thought it was Aiden LeMay.
Yeah, Aiden LeMay wants one, but I gotta start dieting to make it fair for him. He doesn't.
No, you know what? He thinks he can beat you. Why do you have to diet?
Aiden LeMay knows he can't beat me left-handed, and he knows I know the secrets.
I heard he smells bad too.
I think he smells really good. I like those flamboyant shirts.
I thought we were making stuff up.
But no, Aiden's another stud in the sport.
Yeah.
But hopefully, if I do win the Fatal 4, I'm gonna challenge Colin King.
Whoever, if Colin or who knows how Carson's gonna level up. I told him, I was like, dude, you're pulling a guy who you know the most about. Like, you never know, he could beat his brother. He could smoke him left all matches and beat him once right. You just never, or he could beat him all left, lose all right, and then beat him left again.
If the coin
how
flip
it goes
works.
out. Yes, this is not a foregone conclusion. They did not want to pull each other, so they asked for this shit to be split up early, but they were not having that.
No.
They're like, you guys got to pull each other, which is fair. It's fair enough.
I respect it. You know what I mean? He earned his way up. It's gonna be a cool match either way. But like I said, I'm probably gonna stay high weight so I can hang with the supers for this last Shield event.
Yeah.
And then I kind of want to do a Devin. If I beat Colin, I'll be the super weight, and then if I beat
Carson,
I'm the heavyweight. And
Carson's not a heavyweight, buddy.
I know, but then maybe who knows? I'll cut to 154 and show those kids how to pull.
You're never gonna make it.
I could make it. I'm 218. I could do it.
McDonald's will get you every time.
McDonald's will get me there.
It will crush you getting there. I guess I can't think of anything else. Are you gonna go pull New England's?
No.
Okay.
I fucked up. I pulled stupid. I pulled hard, and probably after this Shield event, I'm going to be out for another 2 months. I probably shouldn't pull in the Shield event, but
we'll see. We'll see what happens. Your lever is your best friend. So I mean, there's not a lot of hope here, but
if you get me in that press, it's over for me.
I don't have it in the left. That's the problem.
Oh, I have everything for the left.
Yeah, I just have the cup. I got a better cup than you. That's it. All right, I think that's it.
All right. So yeah, what was the date again for the Shield event?
October 14th.
October 14th. Hopefully
at the
everyone shows
VFW
up.
in
Morrisville.
Morrisville. Yeah.
Yep. Hopefully all the guys that normally show up, and then hopefully we can get some new blood.
That's the whole. More people.
More people, the better.
Well, we know one person won't be there.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't gotta say.
All right, that's it. Thanks, guys.
2 guys, 1
Oh, yeah. Here's the 2
Thank
guys,
you for
1 cup.
watching. This is Patrick. This is James. 2 guys, 1 cup.